Hello everybody, this is SirWeedBoy coming at you with a brand new update for recreating Vancouver. Here you can see the picturesque VGH hospital overlooking downtown from the hillside. As you can see, a lot's been done to Vancouver, but there is still a lot that's left to do. In fact, I'm going to be getting to that, but first I want to apologize for the lack of updates on this. You know, I just sort of felt at one point I wasn't really going to do YouTube, but you know what? I just found a new calling. Yeah. I also am interested in seeing how Vancouver comes out in City Skylines, of course. You know, it's kind of like a simulator, so it was at the back of my mind, just scratching there. Had to come out. So, anyways, let's just get on with the episode. Alright, so here we are looking at beautiful Broadway Street. Now, I'm just going to start with some high-density residential zones here, basically around the False Creek area. There's also the seawall, but I won't add that in until later on in the series, because those will be the final touches to this city. Parks and all the nice-looking statues and fountains and all those nice things. But anyways, put in a bit of retail and some warehousing here, because there are some warehouses there, and I think also a manufacturing plant, but I don't think so. Just warehouses for sure. Although there isn't a warehouse option, like you can't set zones as warehouses. They'll either become a manufacturing plant or a warehouse. I don't know why. Warehouses don't really pollute that much these days, so I don't know why they're in that same area, but whatever. Anyways, I've gone on too long. There is some high-density commercial zones there, as well as some office spaces that I'm putting in. But for the most part, I've got it on the mark. Except right along Cambie Street by the VPD, there isn't supposed to be that one zone. If you can see it, it's right next to Cambie Street, coming off the bridge. Anyways, put in some more high-density commercial zoning here. And because Broadway Street is just lined with shops end to end, so all of it's high density as well. There's also residential and office space, so I'm gonna maybe fine tune it a bit. Anyways, here I am putting in the roads for the Olympic Village. As you can see, I kind of just messed it up entirely. There's like random squares popping up. I gotta fix that. I'm gonna find a way to make it so I can put some pathways in between the buildings as they build up, because I want a specific size, because they're not huge apartment buildings, but they are decent sized. I wouldn't say they take up an entire block. There's a lot of walkways and small streets in between them, so I'm gonna try to sort of do that, but a little later on during the finishing touches when we start growing all of this. So, building along Main Street and Broadway now, putting in some high-density commercial spaces and some low-density commercial spaces along Main Street Terminal Avenue. There's also some warehouses there that I put in. Now on to the good stuff. So coming along West Broadway here, I'm putting in the high-density residential zones for Kitsilano, just off Burrard Street Bridge and Granville Street Bridge. Now this is West 4th Avenue. West 4th Avenue is kind of like a retail district in Kitsilano. It's all high-priced retail, but also one of my favorite snowboard shops is there as well. Really awesome place. Not gonna say their name because I'm not advertising, you know. Anyways, so now here along Burrard Street, putting in some some low-density retail space. You know, usual stuff. There's also a Molson brewing plant that I should put in, but I'm gonna see if there's an asset for a brewery. Haven't checked into it yet. And I just put some light residential here. It's mainly Kitsilano area here is all apartment buildings and townhomes, whereas this little sector has some homes, but I gotta fix that up as well, because I think that's all high density residential. And that's not the only thing I need to fix. I also need to fix this tree issue. See, there's way too many trees scattered all over the place, and it's kind of becoming a problem. So I'm gonna have to do some redevelopment in that area. But trees aren't the only thing that we have a lot of. In fact, right now, in our simulation of Vancouver, we have a lot of something else. Can you guess what it is? Sewage! Yes! And a housing abandonment. Yes, but sewage is a real problem right now. How are we gonna deal with this sewage and this housing abandonment and this electricity problem? But first, sewage, right. So, in Delta, that's where the landfill is. It's the Vancouver landfill, but it's in Delta. Right here. Just northeast of the intersection, or that highway intersection right there. Is that called an intersection? Sorry. I just said that wrong. I'm like a City Skyline player, and I got that wrong. Anybody feel free to call me an idiot or correct me in the comments section, because I am not gonna correct this. Why? Because I just want to tell you guys that nobody's perfect. I know it hurts. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put the roads here. I'm not gonna bother too much with how it's mainly set up, because there is no real asset pack on the Steam Workshop that actually has a replica landfill of any landfill. I don't know who'd make that. Like, oh yeah, I want to make like the best looking landfill. I want to make a replica landfill of like New York's landfill. Yeah, no, sorry. So that's gonna do for now. And getting back to Vancouver, building some of the high density commercial zones, getting in that last bit on Canby Street, though I should get the north portion later. Also, I should probably remove that warehouse section there. There is no warehouse in that section. On half of that space, yes. Alright, so here we are east of the VPD station. We're getting close to the Olympic Village. It's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. There's this is a little park. This little park is fairly decent size. It's not a very special park at all. I don't even know why I'm giving it this much time as I'm describing it. But this park is close to one of my favorite restaurants, Chronic Tacos. Yes, I really liked Chronic Tacos. Oh gosh, I said that past tense. Anyways, so did away with that, put a basketball court in there, even though it's actually a tennis court. But I digress. Basketball is just a way cooler sport in my opinion. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you're excited for the next one. This is SirWeedBoy. Keep smoking that Master Yoda Kush. See you next time. Hey, and for those of you who haven't liked and subscribed yet, do it. It's my motivation.